We're in Colchester in Essex for Songs of Praise on this important Sunday. Now, its history as a garrison town dates back to the Romans, and it's been a major army base since the Napoleonic Wars. Today it's home to around 3,500 soldiers.
Their dedication to duty, their courage in the face of danger, and their loyalty to their country is shared not only by those who serve today, but also by the generations of men and women who've been prepared to lay down their lives for us. Today, we remember all those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice. On this Remembrance Sunday, we'll be marking the 90th anniversary of the Royal British Legion. We'll be meeting the veteran who's waited 65 years to pay tribute to his fallen comrades, and the young war widow whose faith is helping her face the future.
This year marks the 10th anniversary of British troops in Afghanistan. These soldiers are the 2nd Battalion of the Parachute Regiment, part of 16 Air Assault Brigade based here in Colchester.
Arms up high, feet together, squeeze those toes up, good.
The brigade has completed 4 tours of duty in Afghanistan, the most any unit has carried out.
Having just recently returned, they know only too well the human cost of war, and I'll be speaking to some of them later. For our hymn singing today, we've gathered at St. Botolph's Church. And joining us in the congregation are those who served their country in the past, those who serve today, and those who may well serve in the future. And accompanying our singing, I'm delighted to say we have members of the band of the Parachute Regiment. In World War II, the vital task of bombing Germany fell to the RAF and the brave young men of Bomber Command.
The only way we could attack the Third Reich after Dunkirk was in the air. So Bomber Command was set that duty to attack the German industrial estate and the morale of the German people, and that continued out throughout the war.
Douglas Radcliffe signed up when he was 17 years old.
You didn't have to fly. You weren't conscripted to get in their aircraft and go on an operation. You volunteered for it. And the whole crew, you joined a crew and that was it. You were comfortable with that crew.
Bomber Command lost 55,573 men. Their average age was just 22.
My faith in God has helped me during the war, and it helps me today. It's constant. I can't explain it. I really don't have to explain it. I don't think anybody really needs to explain that. It's there. I think it's there for a lot of people who don't even think about that. Well, 2 members of my first crew are buried in Germany. I have never visited them, and I won't visit them. I just don't think I should. I couldn't do that. I don't wish to do it.
Although it's sustained heavy losses, Bomber Command has never had its own permanent memorial. Now, more than 65 years later, Douglas has been working with architect Liam O'Connor.
Marvellous. Very proud to be part of it, really am. I think you've done a marvellous job, and I particularly like the sculptor looking into the open sky.
It's a crucial part of the architectural concept that the roof is open immediately above the sculpture.
Yeah.
Finally, a memorial is being built and is due to be unveiled in June next year.
To think that after all these years, we are now going to see the memorial in Green Park, in the best part of London. It's everything, means everything, not just to me, but to the tens of thousands of people who've supported it, and certainly the veterans who are approaching the end of their lives, hopefully will see that memorial go up to their comrades.
Kate Whittaker is a member of the band of the Parachute Regiment, which is based here in Colchester. The band are all trained soldiers and musicians. On the brigade's recent tour of duty, they went out to Afghanistan to entertain the troops.
We get off a helicopter and turn up and go, right, we're the para band, we're doing a gig, which took a lot of people by surprise, especially when they were told paras are coming and then found out they got a band instead.
She was following in her brother's footsteps. Joe Whittaker had been to Afghanistan as a soldier in the Parachute Regiment.
Joe got a scholarship to go to Sandhurst, but for him, I think he felt that to lead others, he really needed to be in their shoes first. He didn't feel he could sort of send somebody out to put their life on the line if he'd not gone through that same experience himself. I was just so aware of how important it was for Joe being a para and what they go through to get their beret, and he was so proud of that.
Joe was killed in an explosion when he was out on patrol.
I couldn't really believe that it was actually true. And it was just shock and not being able to do anything, just feeling completely helpless, really. When Joe died, I had a really sort of strong feeling that I wanted to contribute something to the funeral. And so I wrote a song for Joe. His friends built a cross. While I was there, I had the opportunity to go and see it, and I was just completely blown away. There were about, I think, 12 or so crosses, and a lot of them had got loads and loads of names on them, and Joe's was sort of kind of in the middle, and there was just his name on this plaque. It was just fantastic to be able to go and see it. To be able to stand in front of the band and kind of say to people, this is my brother, you know, he was brilliant, he was fantastic, and I'm gonna show you what he was like. That for me is a really great thing. I think, you know, it's important to have faith, and I think if I didn't, then everything would be a lot worse to deal with. It's that sort of reassurance that Joe is still there in some respect, and, you know, not in pain and not suffering. You know, that for me is such a comfort.